Hey guys, rudeoff here, and today I'm back on Destiny to give you a tutorial on how to do the best loot chest run on Venus to get basically an infinite amount of Spirit Blooms. So we're going to go over to patrol Venus, and we are going to go Spirit Bloom farming. Now, I am on my PS4 today, so the quality is going to look better than my other Destiny videos and practically every video on my channel. I'm going to record my tutorials on my PS4, however, I still play PS3. So, we are going to go to Venus, and I'm going to teach you all how to do an infinite loot chest run on Venus, and this is the second best loot chest run in the game, in my opinion. I posted the Mars one first because I considered the Relic Iron one to be better, but this one is for Spirit Bloom, and it's almost as good. So, we spawned, we're going to get onto our sparrow, and we're going to go to the right, and we are just going to go through the, I think it's called Forgotten Shores, I don't honestly even know, Shattered Coast, that's what it's called. We're just going to go through this area, and we're going to go into the very first building after we get through all of this. We're just going to dodge all this stupid fallen, and I hit a rock, I hit another rock, and we're going to go over here to the left, the very first area. We're going to go up these stairs, and we're going to... I just hit a drag. That was so beautiful. We're going to go through this hole, and we're going to go through the cave. There is a golden chest right there. If you have not picked it up, shame on you. We're going to go through this area, and we're going to boost through the academy up here, because you could possibly die from the Minotaur that is sitting up here. He isn't a very nice Minotaur, so we're just going to get around him, and we're going to go through this building. There are no wrong turns, so don't worry about getting lost in this building. There's no other turns, and it's going to take us to the Ishitar Commons, which is where our loot chest run is going to be, and this is the very first room where the loot chest spawn. And so one spawns right here, one of them spawns here, one can spawn here, and most importantly, back here. This is the one that I usually miss because it's so dark. I would recommend turning up your brightness, and there is one that could spawn back here. So that's the first room. We're going to go ahead and move on. I prefer to go counterclockwise, so I'm just going to go over here to the right. There is nothing over there in that corner, so we're just going to go straight up these stairs, and we're going to check this room over here on the right, and we're going to check the four corners in it. There's nothing in here, so we're going to move on, and we are going to check this little elevator. Nothing in there, so we're going to go to the very next room in here. Now, this is a pretty safe loot chest run. A lot of things don't shoot at you, so you're most likely not going to die. You should be perfectly fine. Now, this room, however, I check it every time, but I still don't think anything spawns in here. I've looked for loot chests every time, but I've never seen one spawn in there, and I've did it for quite a while. I've never seen one spawn in there. And we're going to check this little elevator right here, because it can't spawn in there. I have seen one spawn right here before. I think I've seen one spawn there. And we're going to go to the very next room. We're going to go in here to the right, and we're going to check the four corners in this room, and we got our very first one. We're going to collect our loot. We got 2 Spirit Bloom and some Glimmer, and we're going to move on. Now, this roof right up here, there is a ghost that spawns. No, I think there's a dead ghost right about here, so you could come up here if you're dead ghost hunting and just pick up a dead ghost. I have seen that one up there. And we're going to go into our next room. We're going to go into this big room over here. And we are going to check these corners, just like the very first room that we checked. We're going to kill this captain because I don't like him. We're going to check these corners, and we're going to fly and look upstairs, or just jump and look upstairs. And then we move on. Those are the only locations in this room, so we can just go to the very next room. We're going to go straight over here to the right, and we're going to check the four corners in this room also. And we don't have one in here, so we're going to move on. And someone did just show up in my area, so that could possibly mess up some of the spawning, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, in this area, there is constant Spirit Bloom spawning and respawning over and over again in this area, so you could walk around, pick up the leftover Spirit Bloom around the edges, and just keep on picking up the loot crates while you're doing it. They are along your way, so they are pretty easy. And it did spawn in this dark corner, so this is the one I was talking about. It is kind of hard to see this one from a distance sometimes, as you could tell, even though those lights are off. But that one is kind of hard to see, and sometimes that one can be missed also. And see, there is Spirit Bloom that just constantly spawns around this area over and over again, and you could just get a lot of Spirit Bloom really fast just doing this. I think I already got 6, and it hasn't been very long at all. we're going to get even more right here. Now we have 7. That's a lot of Spirit Bloom for not a lot of time. So if you need materials, you need Glimmer, you want materials, whatever, you could do this. This is a very efficient way. Now, I did cover every single one of the spawn locations. However, there is one more up here on top of the ship where this guy is standing. Sometimes one of the loot crates can spawn right about here. I haven't seen them spawn underneath this ship. However, it's a possibility. I'm not sure if they do. I'm pretty sure they just spawn on the top. And obviously, there is a lot of Spirit Bloom in the area. So, I would recommend coming to this area if you want Spirit Bloom. It is very efficient. There is a lot of Spirit Bloom. And there are some missions in this area also that you can pick up on when doing some of your bounties. So, that is the Venus Spirit Bloom loot chest farm run. Holy crap, that's a mouthful, but that is the best way to get Spirit Bloom in Destiny so far. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends so you can all stock up on those materials and do as many material exchanges as you want. So, as always, thanks for coming by. Click the like button, subscribe, and do whatever it is you do on Destiny.